So, willkommen zurück hier bei einer neuen Aufnahme. Ja, ist ein bisschen was passiert, weshalb ich die letzten Tage nicht wirklich aufnehmen konnte. Unter anderem TÜV und diverse andere Dinge und ja. Ähm, auf jeden Fall, jetzt wo ich auf 30 FPS runtergeschaltet habe, rendern die Folgen in knapp 40 Minuten. Das ist nicht schlecht, so würde ich das weitermachen, damit bin ich zufrieden. Und ich habe auch gesehen, wir haben einen russischen Spezialisten in den Kommentaren. Erstmal Hallo an dich, willkommen auf meinem Kanal. Und ich bin auch sehr weiter drauf gespannt auf deine Fußmarken, nenne ich es jetzt einfach mal. Ich habe die mir gerne durchgelesen, stand auch recht informatives Zeug drin. So viel dazu. Jetzt fangen wir aber mit dem Spiel an. Ich habe ich sage immer, ich sage, wir fangen jetzt mit dem Spiel an, aber mach dann noch kurz, egal. Ich mache gleich noch ein Infovideo. Das wollte ich sagen über Dinge, die in letzter Zeit so passiert sind. Gut, aber jetzt geben wir uns erstmal, ja, 1, 2 Stunden uns mit diesem Spiel ab und dann sehen wir ja, wie es weitergeht. Und ja, ich entschuldige mich, wenn ihr manchmal ein Schniefen hört oder sowas. Meine Nase läuft ein wenig. Ich glaube, ich habe schon irgendwie Heuschnupfen oder so. Ich kann es zwar auch nicht erklären, aber gut. The night left a feeling of anxiety. Sagt man, wie spricht man dieses Wort aus? Anxiety behind. I woke up exhausted, both physically and mentally. It happened to me all the time. You see incredibly lucid images in your dream, as if you fell into a Hollywood blockbuster with a plot full of twists, well-paid actors and multi-million-dollar visual effects. And then you wake up in the morning without remembering a thing. Ja, das kenne ich. That's what I was trying to do, to restore the images shown by my relaxed brain, but that part of my memory was empty, either archived or formatted completely. It's 7 a.m. according to the clock. I seem to be an early bird today. Olga was still sleeping, wrapping tightly in her blanket. Wrapping so tightly? In a hot summer? I got up, stretched and went to the mirror to have a look at myself. Ich nehme mein Mikro mal so ein bisschen weiter weg von mir, damit es eventuell nicht so übersteuert. I'd better shave. Strange idea, before twice a month was enough, but now nothing depends on the way I look. I haven't found a razor anyway. Why do I even need it if I look like I'm 17 at most? So, breakfast can start earlier than 9 a.m. and this means I have plenty of time, which I can spend on walking and washing, for example. The water didn't seem as ice cold as the previous day. On the contrary, its refreshing coolness helped me to brace up and come back to reality, whether all these events could be called real. The tooth powder didn't seem to be such an outdated thing. A quick touch struck me that it's not that different from toothpaste. Oh. When I turned to the cabin, Olga was already up. She was standing in front of the mirror and fixing her hair. Good morning, Semyon. Morning. Because of lack of sleep, my head was still singing and my thoughts were all jumbled together. However, I didn't regret waking up instead of my usual habit of sleeping in for 2 or 3 hours more. How come you got up so early? It just happened. And no neckerchief once again. I'll do it myself. Not a big deal. On my way to the canteen. I don't think so. Do it now. Did you forget about the lineup before breakfast? How could I ever forget? And what's the lineup going to be about today? We'll discuss the agenda for the day. So what's the agenda? Frankly speaking, I didn't care for what might be on the agenda for our courageous pioneer troop. I was most interested in where our brave leader will send our little pioneer army for the following 12 to 15 hours. Maybe I could manage to avoid enemy locations. Enemy locations. Okay. You'll find it out at the lineup. Das Gesicht kann ich von ihr noch nicht. She gave me a willy smile. Ooh, a willy smile. Olga, you know my stomach is getting upset. I would rather... Well, you know... I believe it's okay to miss the lineup once. It could get all nasty if I fail to control it right there. Where did all this courage come from? You have 5 more minutes. I am afraid I need more time. Could you tell me right now, please? Sure, I'll try, but just in case it all goes down. Oh, fine. On our list for today is cleaning the camp locations, organizing the books in the library, some other minor tasks, and of course we have a ball in the evening. Watch yourself! You must take part in the camp activities today. You bet. Definitely. And now I would rather... Come on, let's hit the road. I came out of the cabin. Genau, Alter, wir sind seit jetzt 2 Tagen hier. Und war nicht einmal kacken oder scheißen oder pissen. Dude. Wo sind hier die Klos, Alter? Unser Charakter war nie auf dem Klo. Und wir waren ja die ganze Zeit in seinen Augen. Es wurde ja nichts wirklich übersprungen. Außer natürlich hat vorhin mal in den Wald gepisst oder so. I came out of the cabin and hid in the bushes behind it, waiting for Olga to leave. Actually, I didn't have any particular reason to behave this way. But the voice within me kept telling me that I have nothing to do at the lineup. Typischer Beta-Move, Alter. After the camp leader left, I went back to the cabin and decided to wait for breakfast here. There. Whatever. Macht beides den gleichen Sinn. Well, I'm not planning on taking part in community life today. Cleaning and organizing, that's not what someone in my situation should be doing. 2 days have passed and I'm still right where I started. And the residents seems 2 perfectly ordinary people. They weren't involved in any conspiracy, weren't communicating with aliens and had no idea of time warps. Of course, each of them is a bit peculiar, but those peculiarities do not seem out of line at all. Moreover, if I had met any of these pioneers in my familiar world, I wouldn't suspect anything wrong. They seem to be even more normal and natural than, let's say, yours truly. This line of reasoning was quite logical. The illogical part was the absence of answers. Ordinary people in an extraordinary place. I have heard and seen it already somewhere. Dozens of pioneers or even more live their familiar lives and do their regular stuff day by day. They don't understand that the world around them is not what it looks like. Okay. But this is their point of view. As for me, I'm not acquainted by the world of the Sovionic camp and its residents, even if they seem to behave the way normal people would under the same circumstances. Oh, ich hab grad Ohrensausen, Alter. Passiert mir in letzter Zeit irgendwie oft, ich weiß gar nicht warum. Aber da hast du noch diese ähnliche Schnupfen. Richtig kacke, Alter. Dass nichts mir nicht aus der Nase läuft und ich noch halbwegs atmen kann, ist alles okay. I have to decide here now. Are those people involved in what's happening to me? Can they give me any answers? Or do I have to seek the truth somewhere else? It seems I overdid a bit with the thinking. There's no usual crowd of hungry pioneers near the canteen. Or even inside the canteen. Most of them probably had their breakfast before 9 AM. That's even better. 2's a company, 3's a crowd. Lena was sitting in the farthest corner of the canteen, lazily picking her fork at an amorphous lump that vaguely resembled porridge. Having a breakfast with her seems like a good idea. We can have a chat in peace. Or at least try to have one. I was on the way to her table when suddenly somebody grabbed me by the sleeve. Ich meine natürlich Senja, the librarian. Get your meal and come, we need to talk. Was will die denn jetzt? Will die mich rapen? What are you waiting for? I was a bit confused. Pardon, isn't this a bit too sudden? What's wrong? Get your meal and sit down. I suppose that she considers her behavior completely normal. Da würden wir ja Pluspunkte für Lena machen. Oder Lena. Oder... gute Frage, ne? Ich glaube, mit ihr gibt's gar keine Route. Ich habe letztens so einen Guide ein bisschen überflogen und ich habe jetzt keine Route über Senja entdeckt. Aber ich denke, es ist, denke ich, offensichtlich, dass das zur Route von Lena schlägt hier. Und da wir Pluspunkte bei Alisa haben, habe ich jetzt gerade irgendwie kein Interesse, Lena zu machen. Vielleicht im zweiten Durchlauf, aber im zweiten Durchlauf wollte ich Miku machen. Mal schauen. Vielleicht spiele ich es doch ganz durch. Wir werden sehen. Weil mich interessiert schon jedes Ende. Fine, wait a minute. Oh Gott, diese scheiß Nase, ich kotz ab. Die verstopft sich langsam richtig. I'm not sure why, but I accepted the invitation. What if I can learn something new? She is such a bookworm. A minute later I was sitting in front of Senja with the tray and a simple meal on it. Porridge, 2 eggs, 4 pieces of white bread, a sausage and a glass of compote. Das klingt gut. Bon Appetit. Thanks. I decided to act as politely as I could and also eat more neatly, without chomping and spilling crumbs of food or drops of compote. So, what do you want to talk about? Oh. Today, at the library... I wasn't listening from this point onwards. Wow, dieser Typ, Alter. Dieser Typ. Mich hat das interessiert, was die sagen. Also, ich höre nicht mehr zu. I immediately recalled Olga's words about the scheduled events for today. Don't forget. Oh, what? I said, don't forget to visit the library after lunch. What for? Were you even listening? No. Nope. I admitted honestly. Oh, jetzt wird's ein bisschen salty hier. Senja's face turned red, then appeared green, then took on a soft purple color. What the fuck? Today, after lunch, you, in the library. Got it, dunce? Dunce. What kind of curse is that? Though a pioneer must never use a curse word, how could I forget his rule? Oh, yeah, sure, I apologize, of course, I'll be there. Actually, I wasn't really planning to go anywhere, but if you want to make someone speak, you need to sacrifice a bit first. By the way, what year is it now? I totally lost count. I decided to play fair. She looked at me perplexedly and answered, have you gone completely bananas? Honestly, that's how I felt for the last few days. Senja didn't reply. So what year is it? I smiled kindly. Listen, why don't you visit the infirmary? Will they tell me what year is it here? Oh, certainly, and even more. Senja stood up and headed to the exit. Wait, you didn't finish your meal. But it looks like she won't turn back. I was finishing chewing on a sausage which tasted like a twisted pear cable. Klingt lecker, also würde ich auch essen. In meiner aktuellen Situation esse ich sowieso alles, habe ich schon bemerkt. Ich esse sogar Gemüse, was sehr ja, was eigentlich noch nie bei mir so war, dass ich Gemüse esse, aber wenn man gerade sonst nichts zu essen hat, dann isst man wohl alles. I wonder if they have internet access here. I guess not. Dude, die haben hier nicht mal ein scheiß Telefon, wie sollen die hier Internet haben? A pioneer sitting at the next table noticed me talking to myself and stared at me. I smiled and waved to him in return. After such a friendly greeting, he, for some reason, left the canteen quickly without finishing his... What the fuck is going on? Without finishing his breakfast. Boah. Ich bin heute sowieso schon so durcheinander, ohne Scheiß. Oh. Done with the food. It's time to search for some clues. Warum hauen alle ab? Senja geht. Wir winken dem komischen Typen zu, der verpisst sich auch. Alle haben Angst vor uns. Die denken, wir werden der nächste Amokläufer. Ich kenne diese Situation. Ich war schon mal in dieser Situation persönlich. Sometime later I finally came to the infirmary. I have nothing to do in that place. Hier wird doch irgendwo ein Scheißkalender rumhängen. Das kannst du mir doch nicht erzählen. Though the nurse seemed quite caring. It's better to keep a distance from her. Such a benevolence is actually scary. She may know something, but I just hadn't the courage to enter the infirmary. Moreover, I had no reason to. Not a single one. Immersed in my own thoughts, I didn't notice the nurse who was standing on the porch. Oh. Hi there, pioneer. She came closer. You must be sick. Did you come for the medicine? No, I was just wandering around. Oh, a truant, I see. But if you're here, I have a serious task for you. I gave a look of inquiry. The word task made me feel uneasy. It sounded like something inevitable. The nurse smiled spitefully. You both will help me to make an inventory of the supplied medicine, which arrived today. Both. Who are we? Perhaps I misheard. But what word could be confused with both? Well, fuck me in the ass. Hi. Then I emerged from behind the nurse's back. It seems strange that I hadn't noticed her until now. Come here after dinner. I have explained everything to Lena. She will tell you what to do. Medicine, huh? Supplied today? But Olga told me that no bus will arrive in the next couple of days. Das ist aber bestimmt auch nicht mit dem verfickten Bus gekommen, sondern mit dem Lastwagen oder mit dem Lieferwagen. Jesus fucking Christ. So there were visitors to our camp today? Yes, they arrived from the city this morning. Why are you asking? Just curious. Alright then, pioneer. So tonight, after dinner, you'll be here. Maybe Lena was barely noticeable the whole time. Surely, she's able to remain invisible like a skilled ninja. I could do it on my own. No way, there's a lot of boxes. And a pioneer is always ready. Isn't that so, pioneer? Oh my god, was ist los mit ihr? She gazed at me and smiled menacingly. I don't want to spend the whole evening doing something like this, and also I've got more important things to do. Was haben wir denn für wichtigere Dinge? Rumgammeln? Weiterhin nach dem Jahr suchen, in dem wir stecken? Du bist hier hingekommen, um nach dem Jahr zu fragen, aber du bist zu Beta, Junge. But rejecting this request would be really improper. If it wasn't Lena who was standing here, I will definitely think my way out. Ja, ist schwierig. Das wäre ein weiterer Pluspunkt für die Lena-Route, das kann ich sagen, aber ich werde wohl weiter auf diese Route gehen. Ich meine, Olga macht uns, glaube ich, mehr die Hölle heiß als Lena. Deswegen, ja. Maybe I shouldn't have lied to her. I should think before I say something. Oh, really? And what exactly are you going to be helping her with? It was turning out bad, but I decided to stand my ground. Her cabin. She asked me to clean it up, sort out the things and so on. Aua. Bet you know what a mess the cabin is. Sure. She asked you to tidy up her closet too? The nurse looked at me so intensely that Napoleon's fiasco at the Battle of Waterloo seemed now a small annoyance compared to my current flop. I was going to say something, but she continued to speak. Okay then, Pioneer. We'll manage it without you. I apologize, but you see, I said and looked at Lena. She stood looking at the ground like before, blushing more and more. Oh, hoppla. It's alright, I'll manage it on my own. Okay then. An awkward silence followed. I wanted to sink into the ground because of my lame lie that had probably offended Lena. Well, goodbye then. Bye. The nurse was still smiling spitefully. I turned and walked away, almost running. Though in fact I really wanted to run, common sense advised me not to. I came back to my senses when I reached the square. So what's next? I decided to visit my cabin in order to collect my phone. I don't know where I'll find myself today, but having a watch is always useful. Though having a wristwatch is much easier. Suddenly I heard a different tune, which was cutting through the usual noise of the camp. Was ist das? I listened to it carefully. Sounds like an electric guitar. 3 repeating chords, no more. But its melody still felt somehow warm, as if a vacuum tube-based audio amplifier was used. Geht gut ab. Could there be such a luxury here? The sound was definitely coming from somewhere near the stage area. I wonder who that could be. Guck mal halt mal. Coming to the stage area, I caught sight of Alisa on the stage. Ooh. Holy shit. Sie hat keine Augen mehr. The girl was giving it all, with her eyes closed. Ich sehe Panzu. Cool. With her eyes closed, she placed one of her legs upon the speaker and was swaying her body with the rhythm of the music. I couldn't recognize the melody, but it was pretty sure that I'd heard it before. Probably something from Soviet rock. I could have named a dozen bands in the genre right now off the bat, but I was hardly an expert. The song seemed really simple, literally just a 3-chord progression. Probably even I could have played it, given some time to practice. I wonder where Alisa got her playing skills. In the USSR, such music had never been nationally acclaimed. The future rock star wasn't taking any notice of me. It was like she was trying to become one with the music to resound in every note, in every bar and every triplet. Rock heroes of the 80s instantly came to my mind. Many of them were devoted to the music in a similar way. If she got dressed in something more suitable for that period fashion instead of a pioneer uniform, no one would notice the difference. Ach, warum? Der Typ von AC/DC spielt doch auch immer in so einer Schuljungenuniform, ist ganz witzig. Her performance was coming to an end. Picking out the last couple of chords, Alisa finally noticed me. Did you like it? She doesn't seem as surprised as I would have expected. Yeah, that was cool. Oh, dieser Look so, ich bang dich heute Nacht. As if you could do any better, smiled Alisa slyly. I'm not saying that I can do it better. I'm not a pro in music. No doubt. Yep. I didn't know what to tell her next and was heading on my way. Oh, wait a minute. What? Heard about the evening dance party? Ooh, I thought it was a ball. Ball? Dance party? What's the difference? She frowned. Yes, I did, and so what? Are you going to go? After throwing those words, she turned away. I'm not sure. And you? What am I going to do there? Watch a herd of morons? There was some truth in Alisa's words, but this open disrespect surprised me. Ohne Witz, jeden, den ich kenne, hatte irgendwie in irgendeiner Art einen Schulball, nur ich nicht. Na gut, ich war auch auf einer Hauptschule und... Naja. Wir hatten schon so eine Schlussfeier, also war richtig cool. Und witzig. Aber gut. It's clear that it's not the idea of a ball that she hates. But why? What do you mean by why? Well, why don't you want to come? Dance parties ought to be fun. Do you really think so? Annoyance flashed in her voice. I don't know, but I thought that you would never like them. She interrupted me. There's absolutely nothing to do at such parties. I see. So what's your plan then? I asked just to keep the conversation going. I'll just carry on practicing. What are you practicing? The song, dumbass, you even heard it. Alisa had gone totally mad. Dieses Gesicht. Tanja, Saga of the Evil. Ich liebe diesen Anime, der ist großartig. A few more wrong questions and I will have to run for my life. Who wrote that song? I did. So you wrote it by yourself? By myself. Cool. An awkward silence hung in the air. Okay then. Don't you wanna listen? Didn't I just hear it? That's not what I meant. She pouted. Alter. Die ist aber richtig Tsundere, das muss man ja schon mal sagen, ne? So voll mega wütend und dann auf einmal so voll girly-like. The whole song, it's just a jam for now. Ah, come on, do it then. Not right now. Well, don't do it then. I felt uncertain about what she wanted from me. You mean you don't want me to play? Jesus fucking Christ, girl! Die hat mehr Stimmungsschwankungen als so ein edgy Girl, das sage ich euch. Was ist überhaupt mit ihrem Arm los? Der geht so whoop und dann macht die so einen Knacks und dann geht der hier so runter. Das ist ja ziemlich weird. Naja. Seems like I frustrated her. I got ready for her to smash the guitar. Oh, Schreibfehler. Smash the guitar on my forehead or something even worse. But there was only an upset expression on Alisa's face. I want to, I told you. Come here tonight then. I'll play it for you. Ooh. For me? How cute. Tonight is a dance party. You said that you wouldn't go. I didn't say that. Frankly speaking, I didn't want to go, but messing around with Twatche was not good either. Warum nennen wir sie auf einmal Twatche? Olga won't like it. Screw her. Ohne Witz. Irgendwie mag ich dieses. Bisher mag ich ehrlich gesagt alle Charaktere. Also ich muss sagen, ich finde alle Charaktere bisher gut geschrieben. Auch wenn Lena so ein bisschen leise ist. Olga geht mir ein bisschen auf den Senkel. Und ich kann unsere Freundin und Slavia kann ich auch nicht wirklich lesen. Aber alles hat so cool. Alles ist irgendwie so cool drauf irgendwie. Set Alisa getting steamed up. Ja, komm, gehen wir hin. Between shame at a dance party and Wachewskaya's mad guitar skills, I already picked a letter. Good boy. She smiled strangely. So lächelt sie doch immer. I was just wondering if the decision I made was right one when suddenly I was interrupted by a ringing calling the pioneers for lunch. Es ist schon Lunchtime, Alter. Wie vertrödelt der Typ hier seine Zeit? Es war gerade 9 Uhr und es ist schon also 13 Uhr. Dude, was haben wir 4 Stunden lang gemacht? Was ist da los?